Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Engineer Dantech. In today's video, I'll be taking you on HTML, CSS and JavaScript projects. We'll be doing an animated search bar. Now, here is what we are going to do on this project. This is an animated search bar. When we click on it, the search bar will open and we can type whatsoever we want to search and click on search and we'll be able to search, and we can click on here to make a record of what we want to search, and when we click on here the search bar will go. This is animated search bar. We are going to be doing this with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Look at the HTML code that we use, then look at the JavaScript code we have, and then this is the CSS code we have. So we'll be going down in details to explain how we are able to do this on HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and this give us this result. When we click on it, it goes, and when we click on it, it comes out. We can type what you want to search. Hello, and click here to search, and also click here to listen to our voice to record. Thank you, as we're going to stay to the end of this project. Now let's get started. Now head over to your VS Code and open a new folder. After that, create an index.html, index.js and style.css. You can create your boilerplate. After creating your boilerplate, we have the doc type, the HTML, the head, the meta, the title, animated search bar, and the head. This is the head. This is the head. Then we have the body. Inside the body, we type the div. This is the div we created, and we want this entire div. We want this entire div to be the one to hold our block of code. So this is the first div we created to hold our block of code. And don't forget to put your script link here to link up our index.js JavaScript, and don't forget to add a link here to link up our CSS. Now we create a div. We name this class search bar container active. That is the name we give to this div that will be holding the entire code. Now we insert an image, which you can also insert an icon here based on what you want, but on this concept we want to use an image, so we just insert an image here, right here. Now we do an input. This input is going to be what will give us this search bar. This search bar here is what we're trying to do, so that we can be able to make an input, so that we can be able to type. Good. Now after making an input, then the type of the input is going to be text, and the class is going to be input, and then we have a placeholder. A placeholder is what enables us to have this search. Whenever we want to start typing, it will go. That is just the help of the placeholder. Good. After having that, then we insert the same image, another image right here. That's just all we need. Remember, inserting an image here, and inserting another image here, and putting an input. This is just the three things we need on this HTML. Good. Now let's head over to CSS. That is the next thing. Now inside your body, you can call your body as a selector, then the margin 0. I want the margin to be 0, and I want the display to be phrase, and I want to justify content to be center. I want it to be on a center. That is why justify content making to be center. Okay. Then the height is 100 VH, which means it's going to contain the entire body. If you say 90, it's going to stop somewhere here, but to set 100, it's going to occupy the entire part of the screen. Then we want the background color to be this. So if we change the background color to be another thing and we'll go there, you can see the background color have automatically changed, but that is not what we want. We want to change it back to what it was. This is the color we want. We'll go back here. As you can see, the color have changed again. Now we want the search bar container to display phrase, align item center. We want the background color to also be this, and then the padding to be 5 pls, then the width to be 300 pls, and the height. These are what we want for this style. So we can go down to magnifier. These are the classes that we decide to create. So after creating this, then we also add width 30 and position absolute, then write 10 pixels, transition and the transition delay. You can read up my video on CSS to learn more about all these properties. These are different properties. These are different selectors. We have these are class selector, then this is a property, and this is a value. So you can read up more on CSS to add more knowledge to yourself on CSS. So after doing this, we head over to the last one, which is the JavaScript. Good. Now we using JavaScript to be able to make this to work. What we do, we declare the variable, say const. Declaring the variable, we use search bar container. Then we say document.query selector search bar container. We want to select this search bar container because the search bar container is a class that we have already indicated in our HTML. So we want to use JavaScript to make reference to it. That is why we said this thing should be stored on this variable search bar container. Now we also declare another variable magnifier. Then we want to select this magnifier, which is a class we have in our HTML, and we want it to be stored in this variable magnifier. Okay, now we want to use this thing we have declared to do something with it. Now we want to add an event listener to it. Now magnifier.add event listener, and the name of this event listener is going to be a click. So whenever we click, an event listener will listen to a click and then do this to it. The search bar container is going to toggle and it's going to be active. This is just what we are going to do, and we will be able to have this function where we click here, an event listener will listen to it and then do something with it. Click on it again and it's also going to come out. So thank you so much for this. Is just how we can have our animated search bar in using our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I hope you enjoy this project. Kindly go through the code, copy the code, test learn the code, try to manipulate the code, try to change some things, try to make the code to work for you, and try to add more things to exploit the project. You can also check our videos on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to learn more on this. Thank you for staying to the end of this video.